Welcome, everybody, and we're just about to start a brand new semester on Monday. This is my welcome letter to you. There's a couple of things I want to go over so that we can have a great semester together in administration of justice. So let's do that. A couple of things, and this, I guess I would call this the 9 things that you need to know when you're taking a class from me. So let's take a look here. First of all, there is a wait list. That means there are people who are in line who could not get into this class because it was full. So you must log in to Canvas and create some activity in this class the first week, or you'll be dropped after Friday night at 11:59 p.m. So make sure you go in there into our class and answer a question, fill out your bio. There's a couple of things in week 1 that are presented to you. Make sure that you log some activity so that you keep your seat and it doesn't get forwarded on to somebody else on the wait list. Number 2, the way this course is laid out, it's modules. So when you go into Canvas on the left side menu, you will see modules. Click on modules, and it is a sequence. Module 1 is week 1. Module 2 is week 2. Every Monday, new content will be released or published in Canvas, and you can see that week and that week's work. A word of advice: try to check out what's going on for the upcoming week as early in that week as you possibly can, because if there is some kind of an assignment, maybe that requires some research on your part or will take a little bit of time, you don't want to be seeing this stuff for the very first time on Saturday or Sunday. And you'll understand why in a moment. What's next? Number 3, this is the reason why. Each week or module, all the work is due for that week by 11:59 p.m. Sunday night. So for week 1, when we get to Sunday of week 1, everything has to be turned in and completed. All discussion board posts, all assignments, quizzes, anything else is due for that week by 11:59 p.m. You can do it anytime during that week that you want to, as long as it's turned in by Sunday night at 11:59. These are the kinds of things that you'll see in the weekly modules. There will usually be a lecture. Normally that's a video lecture, and it is me talking about the content for that week, what we're going to go over. There will also be supporting documentation and information within the module. The module will allow you to step through a given week and see all of the assignments and information. There are almost always discussions in a module. So 1 to 3 discussions is the normal amount. And that means that I will throw out a question or a topic, and you will comment on that, and so will your fellow students. Every discussion requires a posting from everybody. And then each discussion requires that you make a comment on someone else's post. More on this in the homepage, on the homepage, and also in the syllabus, but that's sort of an overview. There will be a couple of quizzes. Quizzes pop up periodically, but when there is going to be a quiz, prior to the quiz, you will see a quiz review video from me where I go over what you're responsible to know for that quiz. It's very important to watch those review videos. And then assignments may involve a little bit of writing, typically pretty short, anywhere from 250 to maybe 400 at the most words. Sounds like a lot, but really that's just a couple of pages for an assignment. And we have those periodically as well. All right, number 5, late work. Remember the 11:59 on Sunday? That is a hard deadline. So if something is not completed by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, you still have the ability for a few days to turn that assignment in late. But Canvas will apply a late penalty of 10% per day. So if everything's due on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. and you can't turn it in until 12:01 a.m. Monday morning, you're going to get hit by a 10% late penalty. And that happens every day that it's late up to 5 days, or in reality, Friday. And then the door closes and the assignment can no longer be posted, which the very worst case is a 5-day penalty or 50% off what would have been your score. So get those assignments done by Sunday at 11:59 and avoid that late work penalty. One more comment on late work, and that is I do not accept late work after the portal has closed. However, I understand that things come up. And if you have a circumstance or a situation, let me know and I will work with you. But here's my but, and that is let me know prior to the due date. Because after that due date and the portal closes, there's really not much I can do to help. So stay in touch and communicate with me if you're having issues, and we'll work it out. All right, number 6, technology. This is an online class. So you have to have access to the internet, reliable access to the internet, and a computer, obviously, or some kind of a device that allows you to get into Canvas. You may have done this before. You probably have. But if you're planning a trip to some remote island or place in the world that doesn't have internet, I don't know what I can do to help you, except to say that maybe you should have skipped this semester for an online class if you're not going to have internet access. Everything we do relies on your ability to get online and to get into Canvas. So if you are having issues with your home internet or whatever, I know that Sierra College has resources and facilities available where you can go to the campus and use computers there, get into Canvas, use Wi-Fi if on your own device. You can even, I think, check out a computer. So I do have some resources and announcements where you can learn more about that. That's technology. Number 7, communicate. This is about communication. And it's about communicating with me. You can message me from within Canvas, or you can email me in the regular Sierra College email system at druden@sierracollege.edu. I'll post that at the end of this video so you can see it. Just communicate with me. If you don't communicate with me and I don't know what's going on, I can't help you. And my job is to help you be successful. That's what I see as part of my job, to teach you, but to help you be successful. And I am your advocate in that regard. So I can't help if I don't know. So make sure you stay in touch. I will try to bring in, even though this is online, I'll try to bring guest speakers. And when I say guest speakers, I'm talking about people, key people in the justice system. And they will talk about subject matter of the course. I'll ask them to comment on those things. But also, I try to get every guest speaker to tell us a little bit about their agency and to give us some tips and tricks on how to get maybe hired by that agency, some insight into their hiring scene, either in their particular agency or their field. And so make sure that you check out those opportunities if and when I find guest speakers, and they may be live. If they are live, then all the better. You can ask questions. If not, then they'll be recorded. And finally, hey, there's number 9. If you have any questions, comments, issues, need help, you can message me in Canvas or just email me at druden@sierracollege.edu. So I'm looking forward to a great semester with you. We're going to have a good time, and we'll see you in Canvas.